Hi, this is George Rollin from grollin.com, and I just wanted to show you a little tweak that I did over the last day. This one was pretty tough. It took about 6 hours, and the charge for it's still $175 because I didn't have to replace any parts. I did a little bit of work on it beyond what I ordinarily do, but the fellow's a nice guy and runs a band up, I believe, in the New York area. So his bell was out of round. He had no compression at all. I mean, you pull the slides out and they just come out. There's no pop like that. So all that being said, I'm using his mouthpiece. It's a Canstel BMV 2.5C, and it's got the, let's see, the back bore on here, whatever it is. It is a SD, so whatever an SD is, that's good. Usually don't play a mouthpiece quite this big, but I always try to match it up. I checked the gap for him. It was way, way off. I mean, miles off. So I had to put a shim in there to make that work well. A few little places in the horn that needed some repair. The third valve had been dropped at some point and was bent down at the bottom. And I got it working good enough to not have to charge him an arm and a leg. And at some point he may want to go back and replace that piston because the piston was bent as well. The other things about the horn is I took all this nonsense off down here, which gives it an old-timey sound for a 37. He may want to strip these off at some point. The other thing that I did, I ran this from there to there, so it gave him kind of a feeling of having a trigger going back and forth, and it gets rid of a lot of the noise. Other than that, worked some on the lead pipe. I did some joint work. The horn, in order to get the compression back in, that took the most of my time to create enough resistance in the slides, etc., so that we get a definite pop and it doesn't slide between notes. So there were a lot of other things. I don't want to give away all the trade secrets, but if you have a horn that you'd like to have tweaked, whether they're old, whether they're new, whether they're, as long as you send them to me clean. On the website I say they have to be chem cleaned, but I'm not hard pressed about that. This horn I don't think was chem clean, but it was nice and clean inside, just a little oil and a little grease on the slides. No big deal. If your horn's been sitting in the closet for 6 years and you want to have it tweaked, you better have it chem clean, because I spent a day cleaning out one guy's horn, and after that I said, man, we got to have clean horns coming in here. I'm not a cook and bottle washer. All right, so I'll play a little bit for you to let you hear kind of the modernized sound. It reaches out to the audience better. It's got a little more highs in it. It's a little more flexible, a little easier to get up in the upper range, and it's not just the typical 1970s Bach 43. No triggers, you just hear it, and if the horn blows and it's open, you can put it where you want it. Okay, can't play too much because I've been off for about 10 days here working with my grandchildren and playing around and stuff, and I don't want to wreck my chops, especially on this mouthpiece, because it's a lot bigger than what I usually play. So if you want to have your horn done, give me a call, 678-773-4625, or just go to my website, or send me an email at grollin, GRAWLIN, @grollin.com, or check me out on Facebook. All right.